Alexander Hamilton had proposed the creation of a national bank in the United States to regulate American currency and help the United States deal with upcoming national economic problems. And in 1791, Congress made the controversial decision to establish the first Bank of the United States with a 20-year charter, expiring in 1811. After the charter had expired, the Second Bank of the United States was established in 1816, and the U.S. government owned 20% of the bank equity. However, this caused an issue with many state governments who resented the banks for calling out loans made to the states. One example of this was the state of Maryland, who in 1818 passed a $15,000 annual tax on any bank operating in Maryland not chartered by the government of Maryland, and the Second Bank of the United States was the only bank fitting of this description. However, James McCulloch, head of the Baltimore branch of the Second National Bank, refused to pay the taxes, believing that they were unconstitutional. McCulloch filed a lawsuit which reached the Maryland Court of Appeals and then finally the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, all 9 justices ruled against the state of Maryland and for James McCulloch, stating that as a result of the Necessary and Proper Clause, Congress did indeed have the power to establish a federal bank, and that the state of Maryland had no right to tax this federal bank. At the heart of the court's verdict was the opinion of Chief Justice John Marshall, who was a strong believer in the need for a strong national government. In his opinion, he famously stated that the power to tax is the power to destroy, and he expanded the power of the Necessary and Proper Clause to include any means that Congress deems necessary in order to fulfill their enumerated powers in the Constitution. As a result of the court's verdict and Chief Justice Marshall's opinion, a precedent was set, and the way we view federalism has been dramatically changed, from one that favors a balance of power between the states and national government to one that asserts national supremacy and conflicts between states. For Americans today, this means that Congress can operate with a much wider legislative authority and rule on issues such as gun reform, education, and other issues concerning banking.